Mi gente, hope you guys are ready for today's mobility warm-up so we can prep you and get you ready for your workout. All right, guys, so today's is gonna be a lot of shoulders, a lot of hips. I feel like that's pretty typical, but you know what? It's important to warm those body parts up, so let's get started. We'll start in a quadruped position. First up is the wrists, so we'll get the wrist underneath your eyes. Tuck your toes under, start shifting forward and back. Looking for that wrist stretch, forearm stretch. These guys are always super tight. Bounce slightly forward and back. Now we're going to switch the hands. Fingers facing your knees. Boom. Shift it back and forth. This feels good. I mean, I guess that's relative, right? What is good in the realm of workouts and fitness? A tiny bend at your elbows. Now stay stable, no more rocking. Tiny bend at your elbows. Don't be too aggressive on the forearms with this one. If you want to keep them here, go right ahead. But we're going to pull the palms off the ground just a tiny bit. And good, release. That is intense. So go underhand stretch now, shifting back into your heels. Make a V with both of your hands. Switch the inside or flip the inside of your elbow forward to face forward. And then start shifting left to right. This is going to relieve a lot of that tension, a lot of that lengthening that we did with the forearms. Should feel pretty good right about now. Okay, shake it out. Shake, shake, shake. All right, now let's start popping the knees off the ground into a downward dog. Gotta settle into this position. Get the hamstrings, the calves. Start pressing through your palms, through your hands. Spread the fingers. You can walk the dog. Alternate dropping the heels if that feels great. And slowly bend at the knees, flatten out your back a little bit more. You're gonna notice you have a little bit more give. Straighten out the legs and walk your feet all the way up in between your hands. Okay, ground your hands, pop your heels up. If you can, bring your glutes or your hips towards your heels. Straight arms round the back here. Should feel great in between your shoulder blades. Chin to chest. Shift around here. Ground both of your hands, step back, both feet into a high plank position. Let's get the high plank settled in. Spread the fingers, press the ground away so you fill in that space in between your shoulder blades. Squeeze your quads, your glutes, and your abs. Shift your weight back. Okay, we're gonna start threading your right leg through, pivoting your back foot so it's planted on the ground, and left arm reaches up. If this is a little too intense, you can start here. Right knee under your hip. Okay. Pivot the back toe, reset back into your plank. You should feel your arms a lot on this one. Pivot the back toe, thread your left leg, right arm reaches up. Pull from your obliques, pull them up. Ground that right foot into the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Reset back into your high plank and ground your knees. Let's go into a child's pose so you give your forearms a break. Slide your hands forward, forehead resting on the ground, forearms resting on the ground. Let's tune in with the breath here. Let's check in with the breathing, check in with the body. As you breathe in, as you inhale, you should feel your stomach expanding into your inner thighs. And good, come back up. Into your plank, knees off the ground. So, feet close together. We're going into a three-legged dog. So extend your leg back. You can come onto your toes high. As long as your toes on the left are pointing straight down and not flared out. Left knee all the way up towards your left wrist. Ground your leg into a pigeon. So chest all the way down to the floor. This is a little too much. Come up. Use your arms to support you a little more. And focus on that back leg straightening out. Try not to flare it out because that's going to lose all the tension in the hip. This is my loose or my good hip, so I got way better mobility, but the right side's going to be rough. Straighten out your arms, pop your hands off the ground, hold here, flat spine. Right hand to the ground, reach back for your foot. If this is a little too intense, just hang tight. But if you got this down, let's get ourselves a little quad stretch here. Point the toes down for an additional stretch. And if you can get your hand, I don't even know if I can do this. If you can get your right hand off the ground, here we go. That's intense. Okay, right hand to the floor, step the leg down, back into your high plank. Three-legged dog, right leg extends out, toes pointing down, straight arms, and right knee all the way up to your right wrist. Set up that pigeon stretch, chest down to the ground, and we'll hold here for a bit. This is the tight hip. Usually when you're right side dominant, your right side's going to be much tighter. I mean, that's the case for me at least. How about you guys? Tell me in the comment section below. All right. Slowly come up to a flat back. Balance yourself out here. And if you can, do what we did last round. Reach for your foot with your opposite hand. That's going to help balance you out, actually. This one's way harder. Dang. Okay, you got this. Focus, breathe. Remember, you don't have to do this if you can't. Obviously, I couldn't, but we're going to reset and move on here. Step back with your right, chest all the way down to the ground. Let's work the lower back. So let's pop it up into a nice, long, elongated cobra with the shoulders packed down away from your ears. Squeeze your glutes, chest up. Sync up with the breath. Should be pushing your hips into the ground. Tops of the feet into the ground. Squeezing your glutes. Squeeze your glutes so that you protect your lower back. All right, chest down. Left arm, either goal post or extend it out. This position is going to be a little easier. This one's a little tougher. Right hand presses into the ground to give you a nice twist. Straighten out your right leg. You can rest your forehead or your head on the ground. Squeeze in the right glute, the right quad. And switch sides. Let's tune in with the breath again. And come back up into your last cobra. Shoulders down, pressing the ground away. If this is a little too aggressive, come a little lower, or Sphinx. Do what feels good. All right, chest to the ground. Bring it into a high plank position here. Now let's start walking the hands all the way back towards the feet. Oh, my back. Back feels loose. I feel like I needed that all day long. Forward fold, so tiny bend at the knees. You can ground your hands, loop them behind or in front of you. The sway feels pretty good. You start swaying left to right. Let your upper body sink forward and down towards the ground. Come into a halfway lift, flatten out your back, press your hands into your thighs, flat spine. And mountain pose, arms overhead. Squeeze your butt, drive your hips forward, twist your palms, face back. Elbows down to your ribs, shoulder blades back and down, hands to your sides, and take a big step with your left leg. Let's go into that warrior pose. Bending through the left, straightening out through the right. Elongate your arms, pull them back, hold here. Reverse warrior, so right hand, right thigh, left arm up. Bending through the left knee still. Back center, with the forward reach into a triangle. Pressing into the inner thigh, right hand stacked over your shoulder. Try not to lose your balance here. And right hand all the way down to the ground. Pivot your back toe, your back foot, left arm reaches up. Left hand drops towards the inside of your left foot. Pivot the back foot. Right arm reaches over your shoulder. Press the ground away through your left arm. Bend through the left knee and pop it up into your warrior two. All right, switch sides, step up to the right. Let's swap. Extend into warrior. Bending through the right knee, pressing towards the outside of your left foot. Reverse warrior, left hand to your left thigh, right arm overhead. Warrior two. Forward reach into a triangle, pressing towards the inside of the knee, inside of the thigh. You're up, the left hand to the floor, right arm reaches up. It's getting warm in here. It is summer and it is hot outside. It's about 100 out here in the San Fernando Valley. Right hand lands inside of the foot, pivot the back toe. Left arm reaches overhead. Feels like Bikram yoga. Come up into warrior two. Point both of your toes forward. Just so they're about same level. Open up as far as you can handle. So don't go too wide. I want you to get stuck. Forward fold, either on your hands, or you can go wider and come down onto your forearms. Remember, guys, your workout, your mobility, you decide how much you push and where your body can push. Come up, let's heel toe a little bit closer, about 2 heel toes, and lateral lunge to the right. You can keep your hands grounded up and press your knee away, or just, chill on your right knee, whatever feels good. This one personally feels pretty solid. Switch sides. The right hip is the tight one, so I can feel the right hip more than the inner on this one. And come back center. Flat spine. You can ground your hands or stay up here. Heel toe, till you're together, or about shoulder width apart, sorry. And drop into your squat. So this can be either here on your toes or go a little wider. So whatever feels comfortable for you guys. Get the elbows inside of the knees. Shift around. We're mobilizing the hips and getting your squat position better. So you can drop it ass to grass. Just shift around just a bit longer. And good, hands to the ground. Pop your hips up, Heel toe till your feet are together. And I'll shift this way so you guys can see me. Legs together, feet together. Drop your butt and extend your arms over or forward. Keep your arms straight. Flatten out your back. Go into an airplane, so extend your arms back, shoulder blades back and down. Hands behind your lower back. Pull your shoulder blades. Hold. You can keep your hands elevated. Forward fold, straighten out your legs. And release. All right, slowly bring it up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Shoulder shrug it out. And you're ready. All right, guys, let's do it. Crush that workout. Hope you enjoyed today's mobility session, and I will see you next time.